Hey guys, part two. I know this has caused a bit of contention because it's taken me ages to actually get this happening. It's taken knee surgery actually to give me time to get around to doing this. Obviously, I could have done it in between time, but I had other priorities. Alright, bit of an update. It was a bugger to get those dump pipes in. It doesn't help in right-hand drive cars. I know those videos on YouTube of the US cars looking like they do it pretty easily. There's a lot of editing, I reckon, anyway. But unfortunately, two things. We had hardly any footage because I needed my mate that was on the camera that was shooting it to actually help. And B, we lost the footage anyway. We had to swap out cards, and I don't know what happened, and it was a rookie error, and I am a rookie anyway. But we totally lost that footage. So, quick rundown. Yeah, bugger to get those DPs in. It took us 4 or 5 hours maybe. Intercooler not so bad. The intercooler went in really easily. It was just more of aligning the piping, and there's not a lot of room, so there was a bit of fiddling. Like it probably took us an hour and a half to get the piping on, when if we had have got it right the first time, it might have only taken 20 minutes. So I can't say it was easy, but the overall job did take us from 10 in the morning till 8 at night. It took ages. Yeah, look, we weren't set up probably and hadn't done it before. It should take less, I'd imagine, but the right-hand drive thing definitely changed things because a few of the tips they gave on the US sites just weren't relevant. What I will do is put up some graphs of the inlet air temps so you can actually get an idea of the efficiency of the intercooler. I did a track day at Phillip Island in Victoria, so did a few skids, did a few laps. I wasn't going for outright lap time, I was actually doing a charity day and had a passenger, so you know, I was sort of giving him a bit of a show. Did a few drifties. I was running E40 blend. The standard fuel pump, the low pressure fuel pump, no dramas there, no pressure issues. And power wise, man, that E40, I think it was version 7 maps, I can't remember, I'll put that in the comments. But man, they were fantastic. I really enjoy running the E40. I don't do it often, I usually just run the stage 2 plus, but every now and then when I want a bit of an extra boost, I run the E40 and just do a bit of a mix. It's been months. I did this a long time ago. I'll check the exact dates, but it's been a while and I've had no issues, literally no issues. I've still got the standard charge pipe, even though I did buy a charge pipe from one of the suppliers. It just wouldn't fit. I could not get it to fit. That someone else had another one lying around that they said they couldn't get fit. It was a different design. Again, I tried that one too, couldn't get it to fit. I did have some better valves, some forge, the sort of forged, aluminium forge bypass valves that would have fit into that charge pipe, but I haven't had any leaking, have had no issues with any of that stuff. The only thing that recently happened, and it's happened twice now, is Vanos errors. And that's not when I'm boosting, that's just when I'm cruising on the freeway. I've had Vanos error come up a few times, so I've ordered the replacements, and I'll probably do a video on that. I think there already is one maybe, but if there's not a good clear one, I'll do a video on that, pop that up. The other thing I've done since I last spoke was I have a 2008, so I ordered a 2009 CIC unit and combox and did the install. Again, it probably took longer than I expected it was going to take, but it wasn't hard. It was more fiddly. The DPs out of 10, I'd probably put that at like maybe a 6.5, 7 for me. I struggle with that. Intercooler, I'll probably put it at a 4. But the CIC, realistically, it's just time. If you don't rush and you've got time, it's not so bad. Took the dash apart, the instructions I used, again, they were online instructions, so I didn't bother shooting all that stuff. Yeah, that was pretty handy, and I got through it pretty well. Did have a few blood fingers and stuff, but overall pretty easy. The only other thing I'd wanted to talk about, which will be my part 3 video, is I got an exhaust valve controller. Because I only run MHD and I guess at present day that still there's no option to sort of mess with that yet. I wanted it quiet and loud. I've got a young family, so when I come home I want it to be nice and quiet, and those DPs definitely made it louder. So if you look in the next video, you'll see me installing that exhaust meister. And something I wanted to do to keep a really clean install, and I hate key fobs, is I installed a US mirror. I actually made a hybrid of the mirror between a US and the Australian one with high beam assist to control the exhaust meister. So it's nice clean install, just 1 and 2 buttons are open and closed, and it makes a difference. Like, it doesn't show up greatly on some of the videos, but you'll see that. So I'm going to post that I'll probably post it at the same time I post this, so you can see that. I think that's basically it. So as far as the quality concerns from the Chinese manufacturers, look, I have not had a thing go wrong. I haven't blown a pipe, like any of the silicon piping, haven't had any issues, and I've done track days, so I'll put it through its paces for sure. And overall, I'm still really chuffed. Like, I'm not saying high IATs, I'm sure they could be lower, but you know, it wasn't exactly winter in Australia, and it's not that cold here, and it's been fine. Not an issue at all. Yeah, I think at this stage I'm happy with the power and I'm happy with the mods. The only thing I was thinking of doing is maybe darkening the wheels to make this a bit more ninja, and tinting the windows, just because it's all that dark grey anyway. I just think it'll look nice all darkened off. But I'm quite happy with the car still, love driving it. Unfortunately I'm not going to be driving it for 6 weeks because, yeah, this knee is giving me grief. But yeah, I'll see if I get some more videos up, but don't hold your breath, peeps. I'm not really doing a whole lot of videos and not really doing a whole lot of work on the car, but I hope you've enjoyed what I have supplied, and I'm so sorry for part 2, for all those people that hated me for not putting out a part 2. I understand that your frustration, because I too use these so much for advice, these YouTube videos, and I'm an idiot, but I lost that footage. But yeah, have a look out for the HomeLink mirror install and exhaust meister, and at the end of that video I've got a fair bit of exhaust sound, so you can get an idea of what the DPs sound like. Thanks guys.
Warm is the water, eases your anxious mind, your already anxious mind.